Hi, I'm Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls, and I have an amazing client with me that I absolutely adore. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Tanisha, and um, I'm Tanisha.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful part. Do you remember when you reached out to me? How did you find me?
I really don't know.
Okay,
Let me phrase that. I had a family member who referred your information
okay,
months before, and then I started following you on YouTube
fantastic.
and your Facebook account, and I just allowed my spirit to kind of guide me on if I needed to connect with you, and we did.
Very nice. Thank you. Um, and I appreciate that. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Since we've been working together, because we're in different states,
Mhm.
um, how have you liked the Zoom sessions and the recordings?
So I actually love them. I will say in the beginning, I was skeptical
Mhm.
because we are in different states and I didn't know, Zoom has kind of gotten a little redundant, and so a little um, just numb. And so I wasn't too sure how it was going to go, but surprisingly, it has gone really, really well.
Yeah.
And it actually has been especially in my life and my schedule, actually more convenient for me as far as running a business, being a mom and a wife. The Zoom has been a blessing in disguise. So I'm glad that I pushed through the skeptics and kept pressing forward to move forward with our meetings. So
And what about the mandatory watch your recordings?
yes, so those are. Oh, you don't realize a lot of things when you're in the moment. And so watching those have been, of course, they've been hard,
Mhm.
but they've been impactful
Yeah.
to be able to see myself and um, just give me a little bit more insight to how my feelings and my thoughts are at that moment and to kind of process them. It
Mhm.
really helps.
Yeah. They say that you only remember 20%. So when you watch it again, especially 3 or 4 days later, it just brings that all back so that you can actually understand it and
Yeah.
actually see yourself processing through your own, as you said, emotions in life.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we've been working along quite a while together. And we've hit some really, really good deep moments.
Mhm.
And I appreciate that in you. And I find it interesting that we can go really, really deep into some moments, but that we pull ourselves out, kind of shake it off, regroup, and start rewriting, because that's what it's all about. Not just talking about the negative, but this is my problem, which we want to reduce down. And then this is my solution. And then to help you live in the solution. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? And how would you tell the new clients that that's kind of how we
So,
operate?
yeah, so life is hard in general and life can be what you want to make it, right? And so sometimes, life can be heavy and it's kind of like I'm in the mud. And yes,
Hmm.
sometimes you don't want life to be alone and you may sit on the edge and may put your feet in the mud, but you're not getting in the mud with me. You're actually guiding me out of it and showing me different perspective and a different way of doing things.
Hmm.
Whereas I know how I got in the mud, but how I got in the mud may not be how I get out. And so having you there to help me process my thoughts, my feelings, to show me there are other alternatives and other ways I can get out of the mud because sometimes the mud is deeper the next time you're in it.
It
And
will
what you
be.
use to get out of it the last time is not going to be the same way that you can get out of it this time. So that's what I've come to appreciate and adore because I love solutions and life is a journey and things happen along life and it's like climbing a mountain. where I may have climbed one mountain, but the next mountain I get on is going to be it's going to be taller and bigger and a little bit more chaotic, but I need somebody there that can kind of see the outer perspective of it
Hmm.
and give me more insight as I'm climbing it. So,
Hmm. Perfect. I remember I've mentioned a few times that in moments that you can call me or you can text me. And
mhm,
I remember a while back that you emailed me, and I
yes.
looked at that and I says, "Oh," and I responded quite quickly.
Yes.
And how did that go for you?
It went really well. I was sometimes you hear that a lot, especially like doctors and like different professionals say, "Oh, call me anytime." And you're like, "What does that mean?" Right? And so I tested it. I was like, "Okay, she said I can call her, email her, or text her anytime. Let me see how this actually works." And I did it, of course, within reasonable hours because I
Yeah.
do respect people's time and privacy. And so I did email her and she got back to me within minutes. I was like, oh, she is in my back pocket, even though she's
Exactly.
not here. Like she's in my back pocket. So I was surprised. I really was. I was surprised and I was grateful that I had that.
Yeah. For me, it's as you're navigating forward, we'll get these little hiccups. And if I can adjust this little hiccup so you can just keep going and not get stuck, and it's just going to take me 2 or 3 minutes because I've been doing this a long time. And since I can pull up and look down at it and not be emotionally invested like my clients are. And once you actually kind of see, it's like, oh, I'm going to look at it this way or this way. It's just quick and easy for you to keep going. And that's my goal is for the hiccups, for the little roadblocks, not to have any stop signs anymore.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So if there was anybody on the fence, a little gun shy to call me, a little worried that it may not work, what would you say to them?
You don't know till you try it. Um, if you're using to say, oh, well, I'm used to going into an office and having these sessions or whatever, you can get the same experience virtually. Her when you work with professionals as Diane is a professional in her industry, right? She knows how to navigate and knows how to meet her clients where they are. You will still continue to get the impact of the service. So if you're waiting due to lack of unknown or just curiosity, right? This time curiosity doesn't kill the cat. Curiosity actually gives you a different perspective and a different way of doing things, and sometimes a different way of doing things work. So don't let that stop you. You can't. What I tell my kids is you cannot form an opinion if you have not done it. So
Yep. Yep. And I do come with a little bit of a warning sticker. I can be a little rough. I can be a little uptight. I can be very, well, again, upfront.
mhm.
And how does that land in your space when I'm that way?
I receive it well because I don't like fluff. When you're looking for help, it's like going to a doctor. A doctor tells you, "Oh, hey, we need to have this surgery." They don't say, "Oh, I think you need to have this surgery," or "What do you think about this surgery?" No, they're very direct because they know that the information that you need is going to be helpful for your life. So I take it as the direct information is this is something that I need. This is medicine that I need to take, regardless if I like it or not, is I have the choice to make a decision how I want to use this information. So I
Yeah,
receive it well.
good. Yeah. And it's perfect. You may not like the medicine, but you've got to take it at times
Yes.
because if I'm just too fluffy, then my clients are not actually going to look at their issue right in front of them. They're going to try to go around it. So putting it right up in front of them and holding them accountable is a lot of the shifting that I do. So
Yeah.
anything else before we part ways today?
Um, no, I'm honored that I did not allow
Yeah.
my illusions of you not being here, you being in a different state. I'm glad I did not allow that to get in the way, and that I was able to be open to give you a chance and to give myself a chance. I think that's the most important thing. I was able to give myself a chance. So
Beautiful. I
you're
appreciate and I adore you. So thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.